He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
First down here for the offense. Back to the ground with the running back. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet, and they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still an identity.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Getting some heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Gators send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Grab behind the line. It's Perkins. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They get to the line quickly.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incomplete.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
Going to take a shot, and he's got it inside the 35. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now on the move. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. He'll toss it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They didn't get enough for the 1st down, so 4th down, clock running as they hurry to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Runs through the tackle. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. It's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. To the air, it's Brady. Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. He wants to throw. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
South Carolina, 14, Florida, 0.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Gonna run it. It's Otis. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Gators in the hurry up. Looking downfield, it's Brady. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. SMU is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 21 to Florida State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Finally pulled down, but not before, moving the chains for a first down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. With jet sweep pass. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run it from the gun. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. And he's showing all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for room. It's Otis. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 21, Florida 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Keep it on the ground.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking for space, it's Otis. At the 35, he's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection from the 2. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Running back searching for a hole. Keeps the legs moving. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. The 20. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and they've got the lead, so this is where you have to be able to run the football. If you can get a hat-on-a-hat up front and just give these running backs a crease, they can get you the yards necessary to end this game.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll come out throwing on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
South Carolina.
One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play.